sacrosanct. There's nothing anybody can do. You can't add nor remove. I told you people here also, I don't know whether it's this. I said, when Mechi won Omeya, a few months later, Omeya approached the Supreme Court and said they're seeking interpretation of that judgment. The Supreme Court said, yes, it is within your right, but it is our decision. If you feel undone, please appeal to God. So that's where we are, my people. So on a strong note, as a political party, we are today advising the governor that there are two options available to him: resign or be impeached. I don't know if I'm true. Did you hear me? Yes. I said the option before Siminalayi, Joseph, Fubara are two. If you like, if or is a disjoint, resign honorably or be impeached. That is the position of the APC today. Because he has run the state aground. He has disrespected Mr. President. And we warned him. We said we will not sit here as a party to watch you insult Mr. President. You are aware of the banters. You are aware of the arrows they fired. All manner of comments were made. Who is president? How will he do that? How will he not do this? And all that. And the experienced father said, okay, since you do not think that my counsel will hold, oh yeah, he said he's legalist. Now the bus stop, we have reached the bus stop. So please, I will call you to say to you that this is our position as a political party. We are asking, I don't know whether we are saying that we are ordering the governor to resign. There is no government in River State. Let him resign. Let him resign. He's honorable to do so or be impeached. Thank you.
What do you think the Assembly members should do when it regards to the call by the government?
If I were a member of the Assembly, I will not blink. I will not bat an eyelid. My answer, or my response, or my reaction to the Greek gift that the governor is attempting to extend to them is not within the ambits of the law. Second is the fact that it is already belated. You know, it is stupidity, if you read literature a lot, that made the Nza bed to challenge the Chi to a fight. You challenged your Chi to a fight. We have also told the governor, we gave him, some literature and literary things that you should understand. I recall that we have told him that if you bring an ant-infested faggot to your house, the only thing that you're expecting is that lizard will visit with you. He brought ant-infested faggot to his house, and the lizard visited him. And don't forget, I'm trying to obey my publicist here today. Don't forget that or rather the party, at the point when it mattered most, offered some helping hand, some relationship with him. And you recall that publicly, I told him that when the push comes to shove, those who urged you on will all disappear. And you will be alone in your house, imagining what has happened to you. If you ask me today, if you ask the governor today, how many of those who were egging him on to say, look, you are governor, you have green pen, red pen, and what they are looking for is this red pen. I have it. How many of them are with him today? Now, we're asking him to resign. Are those ones going to resign? If he refuses to resign, he will be impeached. Because there are a lot of impeachable offenses. I don't even need to be a member of the assembly to know that there are a lot of impeachable offenses. In fact, the findings of the Supreme Court are well enough to remove. It don't even need to. What will assembly say committee for? To adumbrate on the Supreme Court matter, which they don't have the right, or to tinker with, or twerk with what the Supreme Court has done. They don't have the right. So the only option available to him, if you ask me, the only option available to him is not this is running from pillar to post, is to resign and be honorable about it. Otherwise, he will be impeached. The offenses are there. Supreme Court has agreed and even provided us even the more. So what are we talking here? I was listening to somebody behind. I don't even need to give time. 48 hours is just too long. 48 hours is too long. He's already sitting on a keg of gunpowder. A little spark, it will explode. So let him honorably resign. The other day I saw pictures of some persons who dead and who say they are in the creeks and all that. I don't think that it is necessary. I do not think so, that it is necessary. And for me, I think that if you are not a coward, why do you hood? Only the security agencies are allowed to hood for certain operations or the other. Where you are out there, you are hooding. I mean, we are past that stage long ago. If you bust the lines, it will not affect Rumibo. One of my friends said, we'll still have our bushes where we'll go and kill bushmeat. Ask Komauga people. But you cannot go to a river and get fish. So who is losing? See, the whole thing is that our leader, His Excellency is the one wiki, took his time and ensured that not even a dot was moved or shifted. He followed the Constitution, and Assembly followed the Constitution to the letter. At a point, some of us met him. I said, okay, these people are becoming so shambolic. They called you all manner of names. Nebuchadnezzar, all manner of names to annoy you. He said, no, that the battle we are into is not a 100 meters dash, that it is going to be a relay race. Of course, you know what relay race is. This one runs to the other person too. And the relay is concluded. And so this whole matter is over. I congratulate him, congratulate the assembly members who stood their grounds, 27 of them. Not even the overtures that were made, not the threats that came from left, right, and center. Not the palpable hunger. Imagine that you worked for 2 years, nobody has paid you a dime. In a system that you were part of the production, And that was not enough to deter them. They followed from the one to the end. And today, they are victors. And so we need to commend them as one of the faces of democracy in River State. I commend them.
Thank you very much.
Why the opposition is opposed to the local government election, and if the governor can't invite the assembly members to Saturday for the state, the assembly members have the right to give him an ultimatum.
So do what?
To give him an ultimatum.
Yes. He said if the governor cannot invite
Them to chat.
the assembly for a chat, and then is the assembly trying to...
They have the right to also, you said the governor doesn't have the right to right now to call them for a meeting. So do the assembly members have the right to give them?
To summon him, they do have. The word is summon. The governor is summoned to come and present his budget. The governor is summoned to come and submit list of commissioners. Because the ones that flaunt themselves around were not screened by the assembly. Don't forget that the whole issue here is the legitimacy of the assembly. And the law, by what the Supreme Court did, validating the assembly, means, of course, that everything the assembly did, even at the point they were calling them all manner of names, committee of friends and all that, everything they did were in tandem with the law. They were, including the issue of local governments. Who takes over the reins of governance at the local level? I'm sure that the assembly is taking their time. It is going to be one by each. Today is the governor's invitation. Today is Resign, and other things will happen. I'm happy that I just been reading and I saw some of the commissioners running away. You know, when there is fire on the mountain, I'm told that three people have resigned because they do not want to face bench warrant. They don't want to face bench warrant. Maybe before the end of today, 5 would have gone. You know, and maybe including the chairman. So assembly has the right to summon the governor. It is there in the law. The governor can, on the grounds of friendship, conviviality, invite the assembly. But it's not a matter for the press. The way he has done it. Charlie is not here.